Good evening all. My name is Mahesh Kale and I will walk you through the latest ALM integration we have with the Ginger 3.6 version. So as with the current ALM integrations, we have these three new ALM integrations: the Octane, by the Micro Focus, Jira Zephyr Add, and the qTest by Tricentis. As with the current ALM integrations, we also support these below operations for above these three ALMs, like importing test from ALM to Ginger. Suppose if you have any already designed test set or test suite in ALM, you want to move it to Ginger, you can import it from the ALM. Also, if you design any new business flow in Ginger, you can export it to the ALM. Publishing the execution results to the ALM. Suppose if you execute any scenario in Ginger and you want to publish the results in ALM, you can do it with this new ALM as well. Automated defects opening, which is something we already have for the existing ALMs. So after the execution, if you want to open the automatically defects open automatically, you just need to add the operation for automatic defect opening. It will open the defects automatically. So this is with the supported operations. I will quickly show you the demo. This is the ALM connection settings screen where you can select the existing ALM type. For now, I'm selecting the Octane ALM. I already inserted the username, password, and the server URL. Let me show you also how to do it in ALM. This is the ALM Octane screen. You just need to enter your username and password and click login. You will also need to use the similar username password in here as well. Okay, it will log in. Okay, perfect. This is the application model where we have our test suites and test cases and defects as well. Okay, this is the user workspace. This is a shared workspace and this is a user workspace, which is something user have access to. So this workspace this default isolated workspace will come as a domain in the Ginger's connection screen, and the user workspace will come as a projects in the projects drop down. So currently I will select the quality news, test ALM connection, past, okay, and save project mapping and close it. So this was the connection part. Now let's move on to the ALM item fields configuration. These are fields which are directly coming from the ALM itself. So suppose if you want to export anything to the to the ALM, or suppose you want to publish the execution results to the ALM, you will have to set up the default values in case you want something. Like for phase, we have the new default value. Whenever we will create a new test case, the default value will be created for the phase will be new. Like rest of the field, all the values will come as a default. So let's import one of the test suite from the Octane. To import test suite, just need to right click on the folder and import test set. Okay, this is the same application module tree which is being shown in here. I have already one designed test suite for the demo. I will import it, that one. So, qTest 5 demo. FB login test, import selected. Okay, it was imported successfully. Cancel. You can see it was imported in here. FB login text. If you go into the details, it will show there was one activity group login to FB. Activity group in Ginger means a test case in a Octane. So let's see. There was one test attached to this test suite. Login to FB. It was shown as an activity group in login to FB. Let's go into the automation tab. Yep. There was 4 steps in that login to FB test case. I will show it to you now as well. Open FB page, enter username, enter password, proceed to login. These 4 test cases are appearing as an activity in the Ginger. So I already added this test case before and added it as a shared repository. So whenever this test case gets imported from the Octane, it will also add the actions which were added to the shared repository. So that's why the actions were there added automatically before. So this was the import part. I will show you the export part. For the export, you need to create a new business flow in Ginger, and I already created one business flow for the demo. This was for to Google login business flow. Each has one test case and one activity. Test case means activity group and one activity. So let's export it to the ALM. Yes. So it got exported successfully. Let's see where it got imported. Okay. You can see it got exported in here, which has that Google login if has a test suite name, group as a test case name, which is as a test activity group in here, and one activity login to GML, which should come as a step in that test case. Yeah, the activity name came as a test step in this test case. This was the login part. If you want to add one more test case to it, you can add one more test case and export it again, so it will reflect it will reflect in Octane. So next, yes, let's add one more activity group. Export test. Okay, finish. Now this export test have activity group have one new activity as an activity in it. So let's save it and export it again. It will ask if you want to update the existing business flow or create a new one. So we'll update the existing one. So it's exporting it again, and okay, you can see it is exporting, and it will give you the message that it exported successfully. Exporting item to ALM process ended successfully. Let's go to the Octane and refresh this page. Okay, you can see the activity was added to the test suite. Now let's go back to Ginger. Okay, for the automatic defect creation and publishing the execution results, we'll have to run one scenario where I have designed it to be failed. So I can show you the defect creation. Let's add that scenario to the execution. Okay. Let's check the operation before execution. These are the two operations which I had already. One is open ALM defects. Suppose if there is an error or a defect in execution, the defect will open automatically in the ALM. This operation you can add it from here. Add open ALM defects operation, and second one is publish execution results to ALM. So whatever the execution results will be there after execution, those results will get reflected into the ALM. So you can add that operation from here. Add publish execution results to ALM operation. So let's run it. Okay, it will open the FB page. It will also enter the username password, and it will fail at the login as I have designed it to be failed. Okay, as you can see, it got failed. Let's check the operation results. You can see the open ALM defects got completed successfully, and also the publish execution results to ALM got successfully completed. Let's check the ALM defects opening tab. Okay, let's open selected as defect. Yes. Okay. One ALM defect group 19084 was the defect number. Let's check it in application modules in the defects. You can see the existing defects in this tab. 19084. Okay, got it created.
You need to refresh, Mahesh. You need to refresh the page.
Okay, so thanks, Janendra. As you can see, the defect got opened here with the description as unable to locate an element due to the XPath expression as a test 11, which was the dummy XPath. You can see the same error details in here, unable to locate an element, which got defect automatically open with the medium severity, which as we defined in ALM item property configurations. Also, let's see the results, execution results in ALM.
But
Yes, someone is saying something.
I had one question here. So while opening the defect, it should provide that which action got failed, right? Like while watching into the description, like functional tester or any tester will unable to recognize, right? Here I can see like activity name is login to Facebook and like action description here, but in ALM we cannot see that action description.
Okay,
Can you
let's
open that
check.
defect again?
Yeah, so this is Amit, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, Amit, so this one you see it's displayed as test defect, right? So it's
Yes.
configurable. In this case, the defect profile which Mahesh created, he configured it as test defect. But if you will, configure it to be, auto detect or take the default, then Ginger will, in the name of the defect, it will set the business flow and which action failed. So you will be able to trace it. So by default, it is configured to set also the action name as you expect.
One more question, Jinendra. So ALM here mean to say like with the different ALM tool, right? Test management tool like Octane, qTest and all.
Yes.
So the action will be same for all. Mean to say the defect opening action that you have used in operation, it will be same for all the different tools like the test management tool.
Yes, yes. So the operations, whatever Mahesh is showing, it will
Mm-hmm.
be common for all of them. Just the connection type, and you can create the different profiles for different ALMs.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so with the publishing execution results to ALM, the operation got successfully executed. Now let's check if the results got exported successfully. In the test tab, login test. In the suit runs, we will have the relation between the runs and the test suit. So this test case got failed, and the FB login test, and also its step got failed. The FB login test. So this was about the publishing execution results. About the defects opening with the different ALMs, you just need to configure ALM defects profile here. Like I have already done it for the Octane. Suppose if you want to do it for some other ALM, you just need to click the plus icon and define the the defect profile for other ALM type. So it will add that ALM type here, profile here, and you need to select that profile here while opening the defect or before executing the results. This was for the Octane, and for other ALMs you just need to select different ALM type, the qTest and Jira Zephyr Add. I'll show you how to do it. Okay, this was for the qTest. This is for qTest. If you select qTest, you just need to put the qTest URL, username, password, and as qTest don't have any domains, it will show the projects which this user will have access to. And for Jira, you will also need to use the URL, the Jira URL, username, password, and you select the domain project. And here we have added new one drop down. From here you can select the X-ray or Zephyr as add-on. So as we had done the integration for Zephyr add-on, you need to select Zephyr add-on and save project mapping. And rest of the flow for this these two ALM type will be same as an Octane or the QCRQM. That is it with the ALM integration.